Rabbi Eli, I've got a question. So, because we're in the intersection of two Eruvs, during Shabbat, are we allowed to carry things in between them? Thank you.
Hi everyone, Ask the Rabbi is back after a brief hiatus. We've had some more questions in from our youngsters. Keep those questions coming. For now, Nathan, thank you so much for your fantastic question about the Eruv and carrying therein. Now, for GDPR purposes, I can't reveal on this video specifically where your family lives, but suffice it to say, you guys are off Honeypot Lane, right at the very edge of the Belmont Eruv. Now, in answer to your question directly, it is fine for you to carry where you live. Just be careful when you come out of your road and turn right down Honeypot Lane. You're right by the very edge of the wires and the poles there, so don't go too far, because beyond that point you wouldn't be able to carry on Shabbat. Which brings me to, I think, the bigger question, which is, what on earth is an Eruv and why do we use it on Shabbat? So let's take a big step backwards and start from the very beginning, which is a very important law on Shabbat, with regards to carrying from one domain to another, essentially from a public domain or a public area to a private domain somewhere else. Typically that could be simply from my house to the street. Now, why on earth does that law exist? I hear you ask. It's a fantastic question. And one answer to that question is, Shabbat as a day of rest is designed to help us remain grounded and focused on the area and the goings-on immediately around us. You know, it's known typically as a time for friends and families to come together, to enjoy quality time together. We're so busy the whole week running around from place to place, working, you know, many working multiple jobs nowadays just to make ends meet. So it's crucial we have that one day a week where we just sit down, relax, and enjoy the ride. And in Judaism, there is an idea, in the laws of Shabbat, there is an idea that it becomes very hard to enjoy that process and to feel present in the moment if we are running from place to place, covering great distances. So if we spend Shabbat traveling and carrying and transporting things from one place to another, ultimately we will spend the day totally distracted because of those tasks. So the idea becomes not to transport things from one domain to another so that we remain grounded and rooted essentially in one place. Now, what an Eruv does through a system that essentially demarcates, it marks out a specific wider area as one domain, that allows us and enables us to carry within that area. Because of course, there's a very fine balance between feeling rooted and grounded and present in the moment on Shabbat, and then not enjoying Shabbat at all because we can't carry anything anywhere. So what we do is, my immediate neighborhood or my immediate locality, it's possible to establish that as one domain through the construction of an Eruv, and that allows me to sort of venture beyond my home, carrying items from place to place, to friends, to family and neighbors who live within my immediate location. And that basically is the purpose of an Eruv. So it keeps us grounded, it keeps us focused on Shabbat as a day of rest, but it also enhances our enjoyment of Shabbat, and that it allows us to move from place to place and carry from place to place, but only locally. See you soon.